me turn to hurricane scientist Jeff Masters, who joins me from Highland, Michigan. You write about extreme weather, climate change. You know this subject very well, Jeff. Let me begin with what we've seen in Florida time after time. Is there a way the state can perhaps lessen the blow, if you will?
You know, it was a disaster waiting to happen. There was way too much development in risky places at sea level, on barrier islands, in drained wetlands. We simply should not build back the way it was built before. These structures have to be elevated. We should not be building in the floodplain so much. And certainly the new building standards that Florida has, those need to be kept there because they did a lot of good. They kept a lot of damage from happening.
The devastation we've seen from Ian is just mind-boggling to me. I mean, so much is wiped out. How much is climate change making extreme conditions more frequent, more intense, Jeff?
In the case of hurricanes, it's a triple whammy. That hurricane was made more moist by extra moisture from hot oceans. The ocean temperatures have increased in recent decades. That storm was also coming in with sea level about a foot higher than it used to be 100 years ago because of global warming. And that storm surge the hurricane brought in caused probably several $billion more damage than it would have had the sea level not been a foot higher. And also that storm intensified very rapidly near landfall, which is something that we expect to see more often in a warming climate. And it helped surprise a lot of people, led to some of the high death toll, I think.
Well, you're a scientist, not a politician, but I have to tell you, or at least ask you, well, let me word it this way. What's going to happen if political leaders continue to resist science and the dire predictions that we keep hearing over and over?
There'll be a lot more suffering. I mean, it's inevitable that rising sea levels and stronger storms are going to keep doing this kind of pummeling to our coast. And eventually the money's going to run out to bail out everyone who wants to be bailed out. And there's going to have to be migration away from the coasts.
So what is your message to these people who do not believe in climate change? What would you tell them?
It doesn't matter what you believe. I mean, this is physics at work. Physics doesn't care what you believe. It doesn't care about politics, doesn't care about 5-year plans. It's just going to happen the way it is. And we just have to learn to adapt to it.
Jeff, another storm forming in the Caribbean. At this point, do we know more about its path and direction, or is it too early to tell?
Yeah, this one's not going to affect the U.S. It's pretty much going to be a Central American storm, and that means Nicaragua and Honduras are at great risk. And they're still not recovered from a double whammy of hurricanes they had 2 years ago, Eta and Iota. So they're in bad shape in case this storm does overachieve and become a hurricane.
All right, we'll leave it there. Jeff Masters, thank you.